and scroll. Talk and scroll. Talk and
Subscribe. Hey, what's going on? This is TNS Time and Space, and I would like to welcome you to episode 19 of Talk and Scroll. Before we begin, I would invite you to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell notification so you can be made aware of any time that I post new content. But anyway, now that the housekeeping is done, I wanted to talk about this particular video. It was posted by My Son the General. He's a popular artist. He's become an influential social media figure and what have you. Anyway, he posted this particular video. It's a surveillance camera, and it shows someone attacking an elderly person. It turns out it was a 77-year-old man. But anyway, I'll read this. It says, an attacker knocked a 77-year-old man to the ground, then kicked him in the face in a caught-on-camera assault. That was said by the police. So it says the victim was involved in a dispute of some kind with the attacker on Grand Concourse near East Clark Place on Monday. It escalated and became violent. So really quickly, I wanted to jump into this. I'm not able to really scroll through the comments right now, but I did look through them, and generally it was predictable in the sense that there were people who were outraged, but there were also people who were saying, well, I'd like to reserve judgment until I hear what was said. I certainly get it. I can understand wanting to have all the facts. However, I would like to say that a few things are clear in this instance. Number one, whatever was said didn't need to escalate to violence because a word by itself is a word. Point blank, period. I actually did comment myself. Let me see if I can find my comment. Okay, right, here's my comment. So I said, thank you for sharing this. Responding to words with violence is over the top, regardless of what was said. A word by itself could be hurtful, disrespectful, etc., but it doesn't put you in physical danger, so there's no need to beat anyone up over it. Worst case scenario, the elderly person said something racist, and why give someone power over you like that? So that was my question, because again, whatever was said, even if we go with the worst case scenario, you can think of the worst thing that this elderly person said to someone, or any person for that matter. The worst thing someone said, ultimately it's up to you whether or not it escalates to violence. We always have that choice, and by putting their hands on this person, the attacker gave the elderly person power. Who knows what the escalating event was? We don't know what was said. However, if it was words by itself, then there was no need to respond in that way. I mean, ultimately, we want the police, for example, to respond with appropriate force. Now, I know this person isn't a police officer. I get it. However, the principle still applies. You want it to be appropriate, right? We always say we don't want people to use excessive force, or even if it's, whether it's the police or just regular people in the street, we don't need to be excessive, right? And then if you think about in classrooms with teachers and things like that, we always say that they being teachers or educators, need to show restraint. That may seem like it's unrelated, but follow me on this. We always want the response to be appropriate, right? If you have a child that's acting up in class, you don't want them to get beat up, right? Whenever we see an unarmed person, specifically an unarmed black person with the police, even if they are resisting, we still don't want the police to use excessive force. We always say, oh, that was excessive, that was excessive. The same thing should apply in our personal lives. If we're having disagreements, or even if it's someone in the street, or whatever the case may be, whatever was said, I don't see this person as a threat to the attacker, right? So you see they're talking, they're squaring up. It's verbal. It's verbal at that point, and it's up to one person or the other to make it physical. I can see, for example, even if it was physical, when he knocked the old man down, the threat was over. There was never a threat to begin with, number one, but you can tell from this entire interaction that the attacker just wanted to be a bully. They wanted to establish dominance. I'm not sure what they were trying to prove, but if anything, it made them look stupid. It made them look ridiculous. And it's unfortunate that they allowed someone to control them or trigger them in that way. We have to get away from this idea that we need to blame the trigger, right? I blame the trigger for what I did. No, we choose our reactions. We choose our reactions. That is completely, a victim mentality to say, oh, well, you want to look at me for what I did, but you don't look at the people who made me do what I did. No, nobody made you do anything. That was a choice. And I wanted to speak on this because it resonated with me that much. This was a choice. That was a choice. It's always a choice. So I hope that this person is caught. I was looking through the comments briefly. They may have been. I hope so, because there was no justification for that. But anyway, I just wanted to speak on that briefly. This has been an episode of Talk and Scroll. Y'all take it easy.
Yeah, you could have ended the life of an old man. Wonder why you was fighting an old man. I was saying, oh man. Seen him hit the man, oh damn, why I gotta go to violence? Could've walked away in silence, but you was feeling vibrant. Started spraying like a fire hydrant. Could've been chilling, could've been vibing. People is riding, thinking it was good though. I wonder why we thinking this way in the hood though. Why you wanna fight, wasn't really nice. My man 77, you could've sent him to heaven, ayy.